totally. There were big confidence from that game.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's broadcast for this FA Cup fourth round qualifying replay between Gateshead and Marske United. Saturday was a tense encounter with, two goalkeepers pulling off world-class saves to keep both sides in it. And tonight, will it be the same type of game? We'll find out with us. You won't miss a kick. 90 minutes full match commentary. And dare we say, if it goes to extra time and penalties, we'll be here for every kick of that as well. My name's David Gaddis. It's an absolute pleasure to be here with you. I'm joined by Mark Carruthers. And Mark, we've been speaking about this game ever since Saturday happened. And I say Marske have to be respected because they showed their strength and size on Saturday. And they've got a hell of a set piece from a throw-in. It's got to be feared.
They have, but I think it's unfair to pigeonhole them as just a physical side, a strong side, a side that relies on set pieces. They're far much more than that. They wouldn't be where they are in that division. They wouldn't have posed the threat that they did on Saturday. I look at players like Curtis Round. I look at players like Craig Gott, who's been one of the best midfielders in North East Non-League football for a good 6-7 years now, if not longer. They possess a lot more than just the physical side of the game, and I think it is unfair, and I hear this from a lot of people that is the main threat. It's one of many threats.
It certainly is. I think in my defence of that, they used it to great effect on Saturday when Gateshead cleared the ball out. But we do have the teams warming up in front of us. Gateshead have just went into the tunnel now for their final instructions. We're about probably 13 minutes away from kick-off here at Gateshead Stadium. Marske, I say Marske. I've been told not to say Marske, so apologies on Saturday when I was mispronouncing it. They are still going through an intense warm-up down to our left here at Gateshead Stadium, training towards the River Tyne end of the ground if you haven't been here before. And we say we're waiting for the teams to come out. We do have the team sheet here in front of us. But Mark, it's we've had the draw since the game, and it's Altrincham at home for either side. Not the most glamorous of ties, but a tie that both sides will think, well, we've got a chance of maybe getting through if they progress tonight.
I think it's a very, very difficult tie, if I'm honest. I mean, neither side, I think both managers said they could afford to look beyond the night tonight.
Yeah.
But Altrincham, they'll be saying it the same way. They'll be thinking it's a winnable tie as well.
You stole my next comment there. But yeah.
They'll look as if, they're going a tricky tie, but a winnable one because they haven't been drawn against a League One side away or a League Two side away. They've been drawn against a team from a lower league than them. And I think when you look at it, both sides, or all three sides, will head into that tie thinking they can get through and get in that second round. Tonight is all Gateshead and Marske can focus on. All thoughts of Altrincham and what even lies beyond Altrincham have to be put to the back of their minds.
It certainly does. But this is the magic of the FA Cup. We've seen both Jacob Chapman and Ryan Carruthers pull off absolute world-class saves down at Marske. I keep saying Marske. At Marske on Saturday, and I imagine the goalkeepers will be plenty busy tonight. I'll go through the Marske lineup. They have Ryan Carruthers in goal, Andrew May, Curtis Round, who really impressed, Glenn Butterworth as well, who was very dangerous throughout the game. Liam O'Sullivan, the man with the long throw. The captain, Adam Wheatley, who I was very impressed with as well. Solid centre-back. Connor Smith, Craig Gott, who could have stolen it at the end if it wasn't for a Chapman save. Adam Boyes, former Gateshead striker and top goal scorer in this season's FA Cup. Matthew Timon and Dale Hobson make up the lineup. Just unchanged from Saturday. The bench is Mackenzie Diccio, Jack Blackford, David Micatiran, Billy Clark, Jack Williams, and Liam Watson. Gateshead lineup like this: it's Jacob Chapman in goal, Robbie Tinkler, Mike Williamson, Lewis Story, Alex Nicholson comes into the side in place of Matty Jacob, Dan Ward, Owen Bailey, the captain, Greg Holly, Adam Campbell, Macaulay Langstaff, and Kedwin Scott make up the lineup. The bench is Adam Cameron, Ryan Womble, Jack Hunter, Connor Panny, Matty Jacob, and Paul Blackett. So, as I say, Gateshead with one change there. Don't know if that's a tactical change, if we'll see Nicholson play left back or right wing back there. We'll have to see how this pans out. Is that a tactical thing to try and deal with Curtis Round? We'll find out when the teams come out and line up. Remember, this is a fully interactive show. You can message us on the platform you're watching. We've got people here. And also Thomas Dolman, please don't ring me when we're on air. Right, we've got Craig Hilton. He's put good luck. Good luck Gateshead night up the Heat. Helena Telford, Heat Army. Following once from work. Good luck, guys. We've got Mickey Barris, who's in the stands here with us. He's put good evening, lads. Chicken leek pie is was its usual culinary delight. Dave Edwards up the Heat, and we have one from Anne Skirfield as well. Fantastic day out on Saturday. Hoping for the bigger pitch will mean we can play our way and not lump it up to the Marske defenders, who are impressive in the hour. Certain work. And also we've got a message from Ryan Patton. He's put up Marske. Sorry, I'm going to have to give myself a little slap here.
We're going to have to introduce a fine system.
We're going to. But a big welcome to everyone that is listening in. If you are down in Marske and you're listening, we try not to be too biased here. We are a Gateshead commentary, but we like to call it down the line. We call it as we see it. And please don't be a stranger and send us a message and be part of the show. We'd love to know where you're listening from in the world. We know we have a few Gateshead fans that listen from all around Europe and the world, and if there's any Marske fans as well, please do message in. We'd love to hear from you. Also, if you're a Gateshead fan and you haven't listened to us before, we'd like you to get involved and say this is what you should be doing with the show.
Hello everybody, remember to like and subscribe and share the show.
Well, that is how like and subscribe. Please do. And also a big thank you to our sponsors, Northern Print Solutions, because without their continued help, we wouldn't be able to bring you the podcast or the commentaries the way we do. So a big thank you to them. So if you'd like to follow them on social media, like and subscribe, you know what to do. All those things is very much appreciated. Help us reach more Gateshead fans and football fans around to get involved in the show. Mark, the teams are in now. The stand's starting to fill up here. We've got a good contingent come up from Marske as well. I believe they had a couple of free coaches put on as well by the supporters club, which is fantastic to see that they've been able to travel up the road to join us here tonight.
Marske are very much a club on the up, since they were in the Northern League. We shouldn't forget they won the Northern League twice in the space of 5 years. They've progressed in every competition they've been in. They've had good runs in the FA Cup. They've been to this stage of the competition twice, I think it is, in the last 7 years. They know what it's about. They know how to win games of football. They know how to win one-off games of football. They're a threat, and they've got a great, loyal, and I should say more than anything, noisy support that follows them around the north of England and beyond if needed. They'll make tonight a very good occasion, a very special occasion for the North East game. One of two that we have in the region, we should say as well. Obviously, that other player taking place at Craig Park with Morpeth against York. So, two great games between four very good clubs.
Well, we will give you score updates on that game as and when we get them. So, as I say, I was just saying to Mark before we came on, unusually this year, there's normally about 3 or 4 clubs involved in potentially getting into the first round of the FA Cup. And this year, it's ourselves, Marske, and Morpeth, really, isn't it? It's we can't really class York as a North East club. They're up north, but for where we are. But yeah, it's hopefully, let's see, we can get Morpeth through as well, and whoever wins from this and represent the North East in the first round. But of course, from a Gateshead perspective, we'd like it to be Gateshead. We are just waiting for the players to come out. The Marske fans are in good voice at the moment, and we've got Arvid, the Norwegian fan who's come over from Norway for this. He stayed for the replay. So it's a truly cosmopolitan feel here in the Tyne and Wear stand, Mark.
That was quite the shock, wasn't it? I saw on the way in, actually, on the way from the metro down to the stadium, and was having a good chat with him and mentioned that he stayed over for the replay, and a great commitment, isn't it?
Well, we've got one here. We've got come on the Seasiders listening from Axminster, working away. Well, thank you very much, Trevor Wilkinson. It's honestly, we really do appreciate away fans listening in. Of course, it's predominantly we put this on for Gateshead fans, but it is an honour that we have away fans joining us, and we hope that you do enjoy the game today. And say we'll just have to see what the result brings us. But as I say, we do thank you very much for joining us, and as they keep their messages coming in, we've got one from Alan Guest. We know you can do it away the Heat. We've got one from Brian Flynn. Good luck to both teams. Alty fan, thank you very much, Brian, as well, and also big thank you to Altrincham as well and Marske for retweeting and sharing the commentary tonight. We really do appreciate it. We're just a fans podcast that has been fortunate enough to be able to do the commentary over the last few seasons, and hopefully we do it in a decent enough manner. But Mark, we're waiting for the teams to come out very shortly. Are you expecting a similar game to Saturday? Are you expecting a tense, tight affair?
I think you'd be looking at the possibility of Gateshead having a bit more possession, and dominating possession a bit more on this pitch. Marske will unquestionably put them under pressure. They're a hard work and energetic side. They won't be willing to just sit back and invite Gateshead onto them. So the Gateshead players will have to be ready for that, and they will be put under pressure constantly throughout this game. I look at the quality in that Gateshead side, your Ollies, your Campbells, your Langstaffs. If it wasn't an FA Cup tie, you would say they should have too much. But this is the FA Cup, and then you look at the threat possessed right the way through. That Marske United side, a group of players that the majority of them have been there for a while now. It's a very much a squad that is evolving with every season, but there are mainstays right the way through. The likes of Round and Butterworth and O'Sullivan and Wheatley, people like that. They're a threat. Make 2 ways about it. They are a threat, but I think it's just going to be about who starts it better. I think if someone can get an early lead, it'll give them something to hang on to. I just want a good game. I mean, 2 very, very good sides, 2 of the best sides we have in the Northeast. And it should be an absolute belter of a tie.
It certainly should. We've got more messages coming in. We've got one from Noah Nightingale. He's put up Marske. Andrew McGuigan has put away the Heat. Tommy Dolman has put, hi lads, keep up the chat and looking forward to a Heat win. Well, we'll have to see. And CC Siders, come on, Marske, from Robert McKay. Thank you very much. We appreciate every message. And good luck, lads. This is our match to win with a home crowd. First goal will be a positive. Well, we'll just have to see how it goes. We are waiting the sides to come out. Let's see, if you're just joining us, this is FA Cup 4th round qualifying replay action. The winner will go into the first round. We had the draw on Sunday, which was a little bit unusual. It's normally a Monday night mainstay, the FA Cup draw. It was made on Tuesday afternoon on ITV, and Gateshead and Marske were the last ball out there for the home draw, and they will play Altrincham in the next round. And as I say, it's a real chance for all teams involved in the first round draw for a non-league club to get to the second round, which is always a positive. And as I say, it just adds that little bit of added magic and spice to the FA Cup, doesn't it, Mark?
We all love the FA Cup, don't we? We all love a good FA Cup run. We remember the trip to West Brom, and having Oldham here 2 seasons ago. What a day that was. I think we were talking about that last night, weren't we? We were saying I'm still not sure how Gateshead didn't get through that day. Marske have now been in the first round. It's some extra motivation for them. It's just a special competition. It really is. It always has been. No matter how much the big boys try and disrespect it and put out weakened sides until the latter stages, it's the greatest domestic cup competition in the world, and it's nights like this that are why.
It certainly is. We've got lots more messages coming in. Ryan Patton's put Adam Boyes is a threat. He certainly is. We remember him from his gaze in a Gateshead shirt. Come on, Gateshead from Ian Smith, hashtag Essex Heat. We've got one from Retep. Good luck to Marske tonight as the players come out onto the pitch to a fantastic reception from the Tyne and Wear stand. This is how Marske line up tonight. Ryan Catrick in goal, Andrew May, Curtis Round, Glenn Butterworth, Liam O'Sullivan, Adam Wheatley, Connor Smith, Craig Gott, Adam Boyes, Matthew Timon and Dale Hobson. And this is how the Tynesiders line up this evening. Jacob Chapman in goal, Robbie Tinkler, Mike Williamson, player manager, Lewis Story, Alex Nicholson returns to the starting lineup, Dan Ward, Owen Bailey, the captain, Greg Ollie, Adam Campbell, Macaulay Langstaff, and Kedwin Scott. And, well, as I say, since the players have come out, there's real tension in the stand there. The atmosphere built right up, didn't it?
So much so that I barely heard what you said there. No, there's a great atmosphere. You can hear the Heat Army behind us, and the Marske fans to our left making a hell of a racket. They always do. They've got great support, as I said. Every time you go there, every time you see them play away, they just try and dominate wherever they go and just overpower everyone. It's going to be a great night.
That's as well. We wait for the players just to get the coin toss sorted. We've got a message from Dan Maudsley, who's tweeted us, enjoying the build, looking forward to hearing which of the sides we've got to play in the first round proper. Best of luck, both teams. That's from Alty fan Dan in Winslow. So thank you very much for sending us the message in there. We really do appreciate it. Well, we've got Ollie with the referee coin toss. We'll find out which way we are about to shoot. Leanne Elderfield, we've got a few here. Noah Nightingale's predicted 2-1 to Marske. We've got
Marske.
Leanne, Marske, and come on Marske. And Oscar Bennett's put come on Marske as well. And Borough Boy 81 has put up the Seasiders. So do keep their messages coming in. We'll try and read them all out throughout the game. And it looks like we're going to be shooting, Gateshead will be shooting from right to left in their black and white checky strip, black shorts, white socks, and Marske are in their yellow shirts, white shorts and black socks. And so Gateshead had the same shirt, just in a different colour a couple of seasons ago. So it's all set up, ready to play. We just wait for the referee to check in with his assistants, and we are about to get underway here in the FA Cup. Well, Marske kick off, and they've passed it to O'Sullivan. Now on the far side, it's going to be played all the way back to Catrick. In the Marske goal, it's going to be passed out to Connors, who brings the ball down. Gateshead trying to press already as Dan Ward chases the ball down, and lovely interception there from Ollie. Ollie has the ball back, plays it back to Nicholson, who's playing left wing back tonight. Plays it inside to Ward. Ward finds Ollie. Ollie plays inside to Campbell. Lovely pass through there, but intercepted by Marske. And Gateshead still have the ball and happy to pass it back to the defence.
And we'll mention the high tempo start from Marske there, but quite simply seen that from Gateshead, haven't we?
We certainly have.
Putting them under pressure straight away, trying to get that quick passing going down the left here. And as you say, we were wondering where Alex Nicholson will play it as a straight replacement for Matty Jacob on this left-hand side. But he is faced with a difficult opponent as well, Connor Smith. Having a good season for Marske. And as I say, there's going to be a real threat at the top end of the pitch from Marske. Well,
Catrick clears the ball right up the pitch, looking for Timon there, who's beaten in the air. Campbell can bring this ball down, pumps the ball over the top first time. Wheatley has to backhead it. Offside flag there. And it's been raised. And it's going to be a free kick to Marske.
Yeah, Langstaff just coming back for an offside position then, challenging for the ball, so rightly even offside.
Well, we're getting a lot of predictions in there. Mark Fraser, but is Kedwin's playing? He is. As well, there's a foul there on Kedwin Scott, just as we mentioned him, and this is about 8 yards from the dead ball line down the left-hand side of the box.
Now, this is one of my annoyances with referees, because I think if that's about 10 minutes into this game, that's a booking.
Yeah.
But he got away with one there a bit. But good pressing again from Gateshead.
Well, what can Gateshead do from this early set piece? As Greg Ollie places the ball down in his bright red boots.
Just want to whip this one in and get someone across the keeper.
Much like Saturday, they haven't committed too many players forward, but this one comes in towards there, and Catrick had to fist that out and goes out on the far side level of the corner of the box for a throw-in. Well, Gateshead leave the ball to Tinkler to take the throw. Dan Ward made a run to come over to show for him, but it's given to Ollie on the right wing. It's passed back to Tinkler, puts it inside now, tried to get the ball back, intercepted. Now Marske can try and bring the ball forward. It's with Timon, who holds the ball up. He needs some support. Plays it back, and now the ball's pumped over the top. and that is going to go out of play. Or is it going to stay in? The ball bounced and stayed in all the way back to Jacob Chapman. Kedwin beaten in the air by May, and it's just been nodded across to Robbie Tinkler, who finds Campbell. Campbell gets it back to Robbie Tinkler. Gateshead not in any hurry to put the ball over the top in this game. And it's back with Chapman. Chapman just carries walks with the ball out the box, ball at his feet. Now he goes long with this one, looking for the run of, well, there's too much on that, and it's going to go out for a goal kick.
Wasn't a bad idea, that.
Yeah.
He's just looked at mine, just got too much. The connection he's made with the inside of his right foot, it's just took the ball away from Tinkler. But if that was a little bit more accurate, it would have been in there.
Well, so Catrick brings the ball over to the right-hand side of his 6-yard box to take this kick. Gator trying to close down for the short pass, and it's going to be put right up the pitch here from Catrick. Up it goes, Timon. Come off Louis Story's head there, I think, but it's come all the way through to Nicholson, who plays it up to Dan Ward. His first touch wasn't the greatest. Now it goes for a throw in to Gateshead. It's Hobson that put it out of play. 5 minutes gone, 0-0 if you just joined us here. 4th round qualifying FA Cup replay. The winner goes on to face Altrincham as Kedwin Scott. Well, put the ball out of play for a throw in to Marske.
Someone might want to give a decision here.
Well, it's been given to Gateshead, and that was definitely a Marske ball there. But I thought that was a bat there, did you?
I think it is a bat.
Yeah, it looks like a bat flying around. Yeah, it is.
That's huge.
Well, it is near Halloween after all. It's all lovely run from Ward. Gets a ball out to Kedwin Scott, who drives inside with it himself. Needs some support, though. He's still going with the ball. Was he clipped? He was. And this is a free kick about 35 yards out. And Curtis Round just getting in the way of Campbell. Well, that is just a little bit of unprofessionalism there by Curtis Round. Trying to stop it. The referee is a lot of pushing and shoving. The referee needs to get a hold of this game pretty quickly. And
all very unnecessary from everyone involved there.
Yeah. Well, Curtis Round, you couldn't have done it any closer to the referee, but that doesn't justify the reaction from the Gateshead players.
I could be wrong, but I think what it's also allowed is for Gateshead to stick the ball forward a little bit.
It has. Well, Round and Campbell are going to get a talking to here. Well, Campbell's getting the talking to for his reaction. Round is there as well, and I think Round's getting a ticking off for obstruction.
Just all completely necessary from both parties.
Lots of messages coming in. Thank you very much. We'll get them up when there's a break in play. We don't want to come away from this. We've got massive listening figures. Thank you very much, everyone that has joined us so far. But we get to have a free kick here about 35, 40 yards out. And Greg Ollie's the man to put it into the box. And was that a corner there? Nope, it must come off a Gateshead head. It just went over the bar and out. And got a few messages here. Ashton Smith, come on, Marske. Leanne Mendham, come on, Marske. We've got, I think someone's predicting Kedwin Scott hat-trick and Trevor Wilkinson, a Tyne Tees derby. Well, it's certainly got the feel of a derby game here today, but this is the FA Cup. Anything can happen, and it normally does, but it's 0-0 so far. Well, Gateshead's had a few opportunities to get a good delivery in the box and haven't really done that so far. Well, Mike Williamson wins ahead, gets it to Ward. And Campbell, well, he's beaten there. It was a strong, fair tackle, but the ball goes all the way back to Jacob Chapman in the Gateshead goal, who clears the ball up towards Langstaff, who didn't win the header. Wheatley got it forward. Ollie manages to pump it to Campbell, who didn't really look where he was guiding that one. I think he had a little bit more time than he realised. But Marske try and play out from the back as Connor Smith under pressure from Nicholson. Gateshead closing down on Marske. And Catrick has to clear the ball up towards the halfway line. And well, Owen Bailey, he's getting really involved there. Timon tries to bring the ball down, bounces off Greg Ollie's leg, but falls to Marske. And quite happy to Play along the back line and now forward. And that ball is going to bounce out for a throw into Gateshead. Or is it? Yes, it is. And Alex Nicholson will take this throw. Fantastic atmosphere here in the stand. So Mark hasn't got any headphones. I forgot to bring his, but it's a fantastic atmosphere here in the stand, Mark.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
It is very much so, yeah. It's, both sets of fans really making some racket behind us. I'm sure it's coming through on the coverage here, but just waiting for this one to spark their life a bit, aren't we?
We certainly are. As Gott plays it all the way back to Carrick in the Marske goal. Connor Smith beaten in the air by Alex Nicholson, but Owen Bailey's there to pick up the loose ball, pumps it forward, brought down by Hobson, and then played back to the captain Wheatley. Gateshead closing down, but Marske even managed to bring the ball forward, and now it's out towards the left-hand side. Gott has to check his run, plays it back, and still in possession. Wheatley has to play it all the way back to Carrick. Kedwin Scott trying to close down as Connor Smith plays it back to May. May back to Carrick, and he's going to have to go along with this clearance as Boys tries to bring it down, just bounces over his foot and calmly played back to Chapman in the Gateshead goal, who in turn puts it over to Lewis Story, who's just in front of the Gateshead dugout on the left-hand side of the pitch. Plays it to Nicholson, who tried to put a ball through to Macaulay Langstaff, and that goes all the way through to Carrick in the goal.
It's interesting just watching Dale Hobson, who in Northern Premier League level has been one of the best creative players we've seen at that level for the last decade. When he was at Whitby, had a spell at Blythe Spartans as well. It's going to be a corner to Marske.
Yeah, that's a poor clearance there.
Tonight, very much in a playmaker role, and he's got a great delivery on him, which I'm sure we're about to see. And this will be a real threat.
It certainly will. They're a very big side of Marske. Well, we wait for this corner to come in. Is it the same referee from Saturday? Dumb question. I'm not actually sure if it is. I'd imagine it might be.
I wasn't there, so I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I was, but I didn't keep the team sheet from Saturday. As this ball is about to come in from Hobson. It's good delivery right into there, and it's headed clear by Gateshead, but it's going to be picked up by Connor Smith. It's going to play it to Gott. Still a number of yellow shirts on the edge of the Gateshead box. Now the ball's pumped forward from Curtis round up towards Adam Boys. It's going to bounce through to Hobson on the edge of the box. He's got Ollie for company. Now it's going to be a shot off. It's been cleared by Gateshead, and now Mike Williamson drives the ball forward, gets it to Campbell. Campbell crossfield ball up for Kedwin Scott, but it was he brought it down. Ward was running behind him. I thought it was going to get there, but Boys chases this one down, and on the far side, Robbie Tinkler's there to put it out of play.
That Adam Campbell ball, I'm not entirely sure it was meant for Kedwin Scott. I think it was Dan Ward.
Yeah, it was Dan Ward, yeah. Well, that's off. I initially thought it was Kedwin Scott coming down the left-hand side, but
Kedwin from Marske, I've got to be honest. They've started really well. That's a great ball, and again, as I say, from Hobson.
Well, we mentioned about the O'Sullivan throw-in. This is the first time we're getting to see it in the replay. He went short with that one. But now a decent cross into the box. It's been headed clear by Gateshead, and they really need to hook this out to relieve some pressure and push out as Connor Smith puts the ball back up. It's headed out by Gateshead, and it's going to fall to a yellow shirt again. And this is the best spell of pressure that Marske have had so far. Cross into the box. Wheatley was there. He couldn't get anywhere near it. And now May has the ball. Can he cross the ball in? He can. And it's been headed out for a corner by Gateshead. And, well, Marske turn the screw.
Good spell from Marske too. Great balls in the box. Gateshead have caught reasonably well with them. I have to be honest, I think there was an offside against Boys. The linesman doesn't give it. But this is where that's dangerous. I think you will see the long throw from O'Sullivan this time. They use it very well. It's very difficult to defend against this sort of trajectory of it. He always makes it more dangerous than a corner even.
And he's drying the ball off on the inside of his shirt at the moment. Well, we'll wait this long throw to come in. Curtis Round is showing for him, but he's turned around now as the ball goes in long towards the 6-yard box. Hasn't been cleared yet by Gateshead. It's on the ground now. It can be cleared, and that was the intelligent play to Langstaff. But he has to hold the ball up himself. Tries to drive forward. Wins a throw in for his troubles.
To be fair to Gateshead, I mean, if they are going to face that sort of delivery and those sorts of crosses, they couldn't really ask for two better centre backs, and Story and Williamson being there and done it, but they're severely up against it tonight.
They certainly are. They were under the cosh for 90 minutes in aerial battles, and I think we're going to see that again tonight as well, as Story and Nicholson plays the ball forward off a Marske player, and now it's passed back to Story. Story takes a touch, plays it back to Chapman. Well, Chapman just happy to come out the box with the ball at his feet, plays the ball out towards the left wing, and Nicholson was. I thought there might have been a call for pushing the back there, but it's a throw to Gateshead. Now Kedwin Scott turns, is quickly closed down though. He needs some support, gets it out to Robbie Tinkler. That's good vision. And Dan Ward's out there for support for the overlap, but it's played through there to Campbell. He's inside the box, plays it back in, and Marske just managed to clamber that clear. But Robbie Tinkler's there to keep it in. Can he get a ball into the box? Plays it down the line to Greg Ollie. Greg Ollie loses his foot, and out that goes, and that is a corner. But the linesman was right on top of it, and he didn't give it. It was the referee that was 20 yards away.
It's better from Gateshead getting it down and playing it. That is their brand of football. They can't play any other way. They don't know how to. They have to play on the floor, quick, slick pass, and that's what you saw then. That is how they're going to open up Marske by doing that.
Well, we're getting a lot of messages there. Coming new yellows from Dazza's football stand. Thank you very much for your messages. I'll try and read them out, but it's an action-packed game at the minute. As Ollie, because of a grass cut here, gets it to Langstaff, gets it back to Ollie. Ollie, can he cross a ball into the box? He can. Williamson's there with the header, and it goes about 15 yards wide. But, a little bit better. But
never been the most prolific in the attacking area, has he, Mike Williamson? But it's a good opportunity. That's a good ball in from Greg Ollie. Good battle between Williamson and Wheatley.
Well, Marske go along here looking for the run of Adam Boyce, but that's going to bounce straight through to Chapman. And Chapman quickly throws it to Mike Williamson. Gets it to Tinkler. Tinkler looks up. Plays it inside to Campbell. Campbell, he's got Dan Ward on his left if he needs him. Tries to play through the centre. Gets to Kedwin Scott, who turns. Can he play the ball off to Langstaff on the other side of the box? He can. There's a shot. It's cleared out there. And it's a throw-in level with the corner of the box on the far side. The score is 0-0 at the minute. 16 minutes gone if you are just joining us here at Gateshead Stadium. FA Cup action. The winners will be at home to Altrincham in the first round proper. As Greg Ollie plays it to Langstaff. Back to Ollie. Ollie puts a dinked ball over, but it was a waste of a ball, that. But now Connor Smith has the ball at his feet, cuts inside, plays the ball through the centre, intercepted by Campbell, but his ball to Ward, just too much on it, and out it goes for a throw. Well, Marske in no hurry here. That's Connor Smith. Takes the throw, gets it up to Timon, and headed off by one of the coaches by the bench there.
Carl Jarrett, I believe.
Well, Nicholson, as he's got the throw here, he wants some more movement a little bit further up pitches. Dan Ward, the ball bounces between his legs and Hobson's. Now it's with Smith down the right-hand side, and it comes off Ward for a throw-in just in front of the Marske dugout. Well, May happy to play it back to Catterick. Catterick back to May, under pressure from Langstaff as Kedwin Scott joins in the press and play here. Now Timon has to drop deep.
It's very well played by Marske. Got a bit of a hole there.
Yeah, well, the ball has to go across to Wheatley, the captain on the far side, who keeps the ball in. As Gateshead front line were applying pressure there before. Ball over the top. Story has time to chest it down, gives it to Mike Williamson. Plays it all the way back to Chapman and the Gateshead goal. It's the Story. Mike Williamson. I believe Kedwin Scott's got 8 goals this season, or 7 goals, one of the two. That's a message from Mark Fraser. He's got quite a few assists as well. There's the ball's played up to Tinkler. Tinkler plays a quick ball up to Langstaff, but Wheatley was there to intercept. Now the ball's played all the way back to Catterick. His clearance goes all the way up through the middle, looking for Timon, but Mike Williamson's there to win the ball, but it falls to a yellow shirt, and now Marske have it on the right-hand side through Connor Smith. Gets it back in numbers to try and close down the angles for the passes. The ball goes out to the far side, and Curtis round. Is he going to keep it in? He has. Can he cross the ball in? He has there, but Mike Williamson's there to head it clear, and Macaulay Langstaff is chasing back to try and get to that, but Marske managed to pass it around him, and Gott looks to play it through out to the right-hand side. Just way too much on it. Nice idea, but the execution just wasn't there.
Again, I said it earlier, but we're kind of just waiting for something to happen here. Both sides are looking dangerous going forwards, but just that final ball hasn't quite arrived yet. It's
more of a free-flowing game than what it was on Saturday, but a very similar intensity. And, well, I know I said it wasn't free-flowing, but flow to the game where each side has the chance of getting into the box. But the ball's moving a little bit more freely today, shall we say. There's Mike Williamson. Plays the ball forward for Greg Ollie to get onto, and O'Sullivan plays it back to Catrick. And, well, we have a goal in the FA Cup of our neighbours up the road, and they are currently losing 1-0 to York. I didn't quite got this goal there.
Kurt Willoughby scored for York.
Well, Lewis Story gets it to Kedwin Scott, who was absolutely wiped out by the captain, and this has to be a yellow card. They're manhandling the referee, Timon, like he was on Saturday as well, and he's absolutely Kedwin Scott from behind. Now,
it's a yellow.
It is a yellow, all day yellow. I think it'll be very harsh for a red, but Kedwin Scott is still down at the moment. He's getting a talking to here from the referee. Well, Ashton Smith has put Craig Gott as one of the best on earth. I was very impressed with him on Saturday. See his strike late on looked as it was goal bound. Well, there's a yellow card for the captain, Wheatley, and he's been has his hands full with Macaulay Langstaff. He'll have to be careful. Well, Kedwin Scott is up.
No, the referee's got that one right. You know, it's not that's not beat around the bush. It wasn't a great tackle, but it was a dangerous one.
Yeah, So it was rash. It was a rash one. Yeah, definitely. I'm just a stickler for not. I don't like to see players surrounding the referee. I don't like it. Well, free kick in a dangerous position. Greg Ollie stands over it. He has scored from this area before. It's very central, isn't it? I would say it's bang central in the middle of the pitch, about 30 yards out.
I would argue it's possibly just a little bit too far out to have a go from here.
You would have to get a hell of a dip on it, wouldn't you? But we'll see. At the moment, all the Gator players are very central on the edge of the box.
Doesn't look like he's going to, though.
Yeah, he's fancies his chances. Well, Greg Ollie stands over the ball, and he goes for the shot. It dips, not enough though, and that is a goal kick to Marske. Well, can I just say, just on a personal note, a massive thank you to everyone that has tuned in. This is the highest listening figures we've ever had for a commentary on this platform. We've got over 100 listening over the few, whether you're listening on Facebook or YouTube. Thank you very, very much. It really means a lot that you've joined us tonight. As Catrick takes the goal kick, he's aiming for Timon, and Mike Williamson's tussling with him. Mike Williamson managed to get his leg round him there. Greg Ollie still has the ball. Can he play it out to Macaulay Langstaff? He can, and he needs some support as he drives down the right-hand side. Can he get past Wheatley? He can. Crosses the ball in. Here comes Owen. It has been cleared out, and Campbell has a shot. Deflected out for a corner, and the ball just wouldn't sit up for him there.
Just, that's brilliant from Langstaff. He's done everything right. A great ball in the box, showed his pace. It's deflected out to Campbell. As you say, the ball gets stuck under his feet. He's had to take a touch he probably didn't want to take.
Yeah.
And it's been blocked. But that was good from Langstaff, really good.
So we've got a corner on the far side. Thank you to Nick Seller, Alty fan, that's joined us. So as we wait for this corner to come in into the 23rd minute, Greg Ollie stands over the ball at the corner flag. As this one comes in, those stories going out. Macaulay Langstaff just popped up out of nowhere there, but I think as he connected with it, the ball just shot over the crossbar.
Not really the player you want trying to head a ball from that distance out, is it? You want the likes of your Williamsons and your Stories and people like that.
To be honest, I don't think he was expecting to win the header. I think he thought the defender would have got there in front of him. The Colin Holt Band put it to pleasure. Good stuff. Well, thank you very much for listening in. And that's from their YouTube account. So anyone wants to have a listen to the Colin Holt Band, please do so. I think the balloon's just been popped there in the stand. As headed forward by Marske, and now Timmins tries to put the ball through for Boys, and he just had to turn. He gets a sliding foot out there, and is that going to be a corner? It is. It looked like Lewis Story managed just to get in front of the shot there.
It gets at the back, just lost control of that situation there. Looked at, in complete control of it. So to concede a corner from theirs, it's disappointing from their point of view. But again, good pressing from Boys, and really you're seeing the threat of Marske at the top end of the pitch here.
Well, Hobson is going to put another cross into the box here. Some of the big men are up. Gateshead nearly every man back as this one comes in towards the near post, headed out there, I think, by Bailey. And it's another corner.
Ball boys are getting through some work tonight, aren't they?
They certainly are. Well, Hobson, again, maybe looking to put a better delivery in than the last one there. As he's got the ball comes in there, and Chapman managed to fist it clear. He didn't get the greatest connection, but now Gateshead are on the break as Campbell drives forward with the ball. He's got Langstaff in front of him on his right, Kedwin Scott on his left, but there's a 4 shirts back as well from Marske. He gets it out to Macaulay Langstaff. Can he get a shot off? He can, and that's a corner. The Marske defender, I think it might have been O'Sullivan there, just did enough to put that out.
Campbell's ball there was just a little bit too heavy on it.
Yeah,
made Langstaff just the angle was narrowing with every step he was taking, wasn't it? And it being closed out. It was a good break though, really lightning quick break. Never seen this before. Gateshead leaving 4 back.
Oh, this is what they did on Saturday as well. I think they respect the fear of the break from Boys, and Timmins nodding the ball on. There's Greg Ollie is going to take this one here. In it comes. It goes towards Story. Story didn't get up there, and it fell to Mike Williamson, who puts it out to Owen Bailey. Bailey takes a touch on his right foot, plays it back to Campbell. Campbell now to Ollie. Ollie plays it inside there, and, well, it would have to be a sublime ball to get through the defence there, but now Marske can try and play the ball forward here, just inside their own half. Gets it doing enough just to try and stop the break forward, but now Marske can try and bring the ball forward now. Out to the far side where Curtis Round has the ball. Can he cross the ball in? He can. It's a dangerous one, but Chapman just plucks that out the air at his near post.
It's really end-to-end at the moment.
Very similar to Saturday, just a little bit more on the ground than what it was. But, wow. So the ball went all the way through. Catrick throws it out to O'Sullivan, who played it off Campbell. Out it goes for a throw-in. And Nick Seller has put, this is better than watching the Bake Off. Well, I've never watched the Bake Off, so.
Right, we seriously need to stop it with the balloons, by the way.
Yeah, the balloons are getting a little bit annoying. Well,
gets out switched off.
Yeah, Hobson had too much time and space, and so has Connor Smith as he crosses the halfway line on the right-hand side. He's got Nicholson in front of him, plays it into the middle. Now, Butterworth plays it back to O'Sullivan. And this is well. The ball, Timmins was offside there. Fantastic control to stop the ball dead there, but he was probably about 2 yards off.
Linesman getting a bit of a stick there, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, I think Gateshead really do have to stay switched on. Marske have showed that they can just Marske. Sorry, everybody down there in Marske. Well, Chapman has the ball outside the area. Just happy to kick it forward a few yards. Still bringing it forward, not being closed down. Pumps the ball out towards Tinkler on the wing. Oh, and just a bounce took it away, and that's a goal kick to Marske. Got it right that time, Mark.
Well, again, there you're just looking at it's the right idea, just the wrong execution. It just hasn't quite come off from. Might try and think of something different next time.
Well, if you're just joining us here at Gateshead International Stadium, it is Gateshead 0, Marske 0. 28 minutes gone. And it's all to play for. End-to-end stuff. as Catrick's goal kick goes all the way up. Timmins nods the ball on towards Boys, but Story and Williamson link up to head it clear only as far as Smith. Now Williamson can hook it clear up towards Kedwin Scott, who's being manhandled and pulled down to the ground. And surely you would think that might be a card, but the referee says no. He had a hold of him for a good 5 yards as they ran along there. Free kick to Gateshead about 8 yards inside the Marske half, just in front of the Marske dugout. Well, Timon was not involved there at all, and he comes right across the pitch to get involved with the referee once again. He's still talking.
Might be worth someone just getting hold of Kedwin Scott and just tell him to concentrate on the game. Sorry, I don't even know if you asked me a question now.
No, I didn't. No.
What was happening? Because getting involved with a substitute from Marske and one of the coaches just needs to focus on the game instead of getting involved in that sort of stuff.
There's a few little niggles out there like there was on Saturday.
It's made it a better game.
Well, Owen Bailey. Oh, don't pass it back. Go kick the ball forward. The referee's telling him to hurry up and puts it up towards Langstaff, who was he being manhandled, pulled down on the edge of the box. Referee says no, and Wheatley living dangerously as the ball's being cleared up the pitch. Chapman hooks the ball up the pitch. It has went out. Well, that did look from a Gateshead set of eyes that there was hands on the shirt, on his back.
Certainly seen them given. Wheatley just trying to outpower Langstaff. I've seen them given.
Marske certainly in this game, though, is there. Through on halfway line, goes up the left-hand side, past inside here, and Gateshead can just clear that loose ball up. And Wheatley wins the header, puts it back up towards the Gateshead defence as Lewis Story just chases that down. So it's Chapman. Chapman plays it round, Boys, to Story. Plays it to Campbell, who in turn just puts it back to Mike Williamson. Tinkler. Langstaff. He's going to play this, and he had the option to play it inside to Campbell, but manages to pick out Ward. Ward's ball wasn't the greatest, but he picks up the loose ball, and his second pass wasn't the greatest either. But now Gateshead pick up the loose ball now, as Ollie has support either side, goes for the shot himself, right into Catrick's hands. And, well, he had the time and space to do it, but I thought he might have just dinked that to Macaulay Langstaff. Now the ball's played forward for a foot race between Boys and Story. Boys has the ball on the edge of the box. Story's sticking to him like glue. Now it's Butterworth who's having to twist and turn, puts across there, and Nicholson was there just to stop that one reaching its destination. Now down Ward's under pressure, has to play it back to Alex Nicholson. Pressure from Marske. Now it's with Chapman. Well,
Gateshead look a far better side when they are pressing Marske high because they're putting that midfield under pressure, and that's a great ball by the way.
Lovely stuff there now as Gateshead bring the ball forward down the right-hand side. It's passed up towards Macaulay Langstaff, but it wasn't he's running into a dead end there. If he had got to the ball, keeper come out and got that one straight away.
Yeah, they are forcing errors when they're pressing high, Gateshead, and I think they need to do that a bit more and really try and get them mass faces and disrupt them.
Well, there's the odd niggle around in this game, and
just like that.
Ollie picks up the loose ball now. Macaulay Langstaff, he's got up against Wheatley. Wheatley does fantastic defending from Wheatley, and he made sure the ball was not going to be kept in, and strong stuff from the captain Wheatley on Langstaff.
Absolutely brilliant defending, that. Absolutely brilliant. Didn't dive in, didn't commit himself, just held off, forced him down the line, and then just eased him out of play. That's absolutely. Bear in mind as well, he's on a booking.
Well, that's what I was just about to say. He's still committed like that on a yellow card. He had to win it, and he did. Well, Catrick, he's taking his time here. Home fans not best and pleased as the ball goes up and won by Mike Williamson. Gets it to Kedwin Scott, who nods it to Macaulay Langstaff. He's going to Wheatley for company, but he just checks his run, passes it back to Ward. Now with Nicholson. Gateshead happy just to stay in possession and build from the back. As now Lewis Story carries the ball forward, plays it back to Chapman on the edge of his box. Story finds himself in the centre circle with the ball now. So Marske, they get back and they're closing the angles for Gateshead. They're not making it easy. If Gateshead are going to have to break them down, they're going to have to do it the hard way.
Well, there's a few little ripples of frustration from behind us, but Gateshead just keeping the ball.
Yeah.
They know they can't go long. They know they can't play long because, the likes of Langstaff and Kedwin Scott probably aren't going to win headers.
Well, that's a beautiful ball there, brought down by Robbie Tinkler. Now it's played down the line to Macaulay Langstaff. If he can open up and try and get past the defender on the far side, he can. Gets to go on to Campbell. Campbell, well, he chucked his left foot at it and didn't get any control on it at all, and out it goes.
As I was saying, Gateshead can't go long because it just won't work. No. What they can do is, similar to what they did there, work the space and brought Chapman out of his box. He's found a brilliant pass that's really sprung the attack in their life.
He certainly has, and it's, we are 34 minutes in, and, still finding room to breathe in this first half. As the ball goes up, Timmins. Well, Mike Williamson was fouled by Timmins there.
Kurt Willoughby has put York 2-0 up at Morpeth.
Well, could that be the end of Morpeth's FA Cup hopes of reaching the first round proper? Still a long way to go, and it is the FA Cup after all. But you'd think York might just have a little bit too much, but we'll see as the ball's played forward for Tinkler to try and run on to. Pass back to Catrick, who's under pressure from Tinkler. Plays the ball forward. It's in. Oh, just thought Nicholson might have been able to bring that down, but it goes out for a throw to Gateshead in front of the Gateshead dugout. Quickly taken to Story. Nicholson back to Story again. Now Chapman gets it just on the penalty spot. Trots forward with the ball out the box. He plays the ball through the centre, and Macaulay Langstaff's first touch was fantastic. Lovely defending by Wheatley there. Just stood tall, stood strong, and Langstaff couldn't do it. But now it's a foot race between Boys and Adam Boys and Mike Williamson. He got just past him, but I think the momentum and the pace that he used to do it, he couldn't get the shot off as much as well the way he wanted to anyway.
I mean, look at the form that Adam Boys has been in this season. You wouldn't have been shocked if that went to far corner, by the way, because he's been in great form throughout the season, especially in the FA Cup. I'm fairly certain I'm right in saying he's the top goal scorer in the competition.
Is it 9 goals?
Country, I think. That was a real danger there because he's got in behind Williamson. He's got himself in on goal. The angle's not great, admittedly, but probably should have done a little better there.
Well, the ball goes out of play for a Marske throw-in. Halfway inside their own half. Quite a mild night here on Tyneside for the time of year. So we had rain before kick-off, made the pitch a little bit slick. It's certainly not really affecting the game in a bad way, as now the ball's with Connor Smith, who looks to cut inside with the ball, drives forward himself. He's still going. Butterworth's in space, nicely intercepted by Ward, and can Gateshead try and break themselves. But Ward just lays it off to Bailey. Bailey's under pressure on Butterworth. Ollie calmly plays it back to Story. Pumped over the top for the run of Campbell. He brings the ball down well. Can he get past his man? He has. He's got down to dead ball line. He's still going. Keeper makes a fantastic save. It's still in play though. Kedwin Scott and there wasn't a Gateshead shirt there coming, but that was better from Gateshead, and the attack is still not over yet. But Nicholson carries the ball over the halfway line, looks to play it forward. He's got acres of space to run into himself. He's going to play it across to Campbell. Now out to Tinkler, who takes a touch, plays it into Langstaff, who turns, gets a shot off, and stings the hands of Catrick, who has to grab it the second time. And Gateshead starting to try and open up a few holes in the defence.
Yeah, it was better, much better. Great ball from Nicholson there to release Campbell. Lovely first touch, and he's gone around his man. I don't think Marske will be happy with the defend there. He's just gone around him far too easily. Gateshead try and recycle possession, try and get that threat again. Good from Langstaff. You think when he gets a shot away, he's going to score every time at the minute, but much better.
Yeah, and apparently we've been told Boys has 10 goals in the FA Cup this season, which is remarkable. And you would imagine that would probably give him the golden boot for the competition.
They are doing that this year as well, aren't they? They're giving the golden boot.
Yeah, so he's definitely going to be in contention. As Ollie tries to disrupt the play in the middle as it's out to O'Sullivan, who plays it inside to Boys, who plays it out now to Curtis Round, plays it over the top there. Nodded on, offside flag up as Timon goes for his shots, and, well, he's having an argument with the referee as we're into the 39th minute.
I have to be honest, I was quite surprised the flag went up. Must have been against Boys, because Timon certainly wasn't offside.
Well, Gateshead playing it out from the back here as Nicholson passes it back to Chapman. Pumps it up towards Kedwin Scott, but intercepted and nodded on. Timmons trying to chase that down with Story, but Story was in front of him. Passed it back to Story from Ward, and now Chapman receives the ball with his feet again. Both keepers seeing a lot of the ball at the feet in this first half.
They are, and I don't think that's a bad thing for Gateshead in terms of Chapman, because his distribution's been excellent.
Well,
apart
from that one there, he's been playing a little bit of a sweeper role, really, hasn't he? He's been given the freedom to come out the box by Marske.
Well, he is, and the problem then is Gateshead have got to give him options. It's no good to stand still. They've got to move the front three. You've got to move and give them options. And at the minute, it's just not happening. The majority of it is coming from the two fullbacks, from Nicholson and from Tinkler. They're trying to push high to get that diagonal from, and at the minute, it's just not quite coming off at times.
Well, Carrick is going to take this goal kick here. Ball goes up towards Butterworth. It's beaten in the air by Owen, and lovely little dink from Kedwin, who was caught after he kicked the ball. The referees continued play on. Hook clear by Marske, and it's going to be a throw indicated just on the halfway line. Has he brought the ball back there for the... No.
Do I'm going to say the talk about the way players speak to officials, the way the referee just spoke to Kedwin Scott there was nothing short of disgusting, by the way.
Yeah. And that's a bad one there from... is that O'Sullivan? It is. Caught Campbell very late there, and I think this is going to be the second yellow of the game. It was late. Well, the referee's giving him a good talking to. I don't think he is going to get the cards out here. No, gets a warning. Now that was a late tackle, and well, Oscar Bennett put up the Marske.
Well, saying go forward, who do?
Well, there's the ball played through to Langstaff, who's got Wheatley all over him there. He's twisting and turning, gets it out to Tinkler. Tinkler plays it inside there. Ollie was offside and tried to lay it off to Langstaff, who got a shot away, but the flag was already up.
Well, towards half time, I think Marske will be reasonably happy with this opening 41 minutes. No major scares, not really, and looking dangerous going forwards. Yeah,
well, we kind of expected a physical affair, and we've certainly got that so far, as Ollie plays it out to Tinkler. Plays it down the line to Langstaff, who plays it back to Tinkler. Nicholson wants a crossfield ball there, but wasn't seen. Now he might be seen here for the crossfield ball. It's played through the middle, and Kedwin Scott lost his footing. Now Connor Smith and Marske, well, he was going to play the ball forward, close down, and, well, nearly a suicide ball by Smith there. And Gateshead tried to close down. The ball's ended all the way back with Chapman. Chapman pumps the ball forward. Hobson didn't get there, the bounce, and O'Sullivan plays it back to Carrick.
What a ping that is.
Well, that was a lovely ball that to Connor Smith. At first, I thought he had hit it, but Hobson brings the ball down on... Sorry, Butterworth brings the ball down, crosses it.
That's awful, by the way.
Nobody challenging
there. That's awful. He's got himself in a great position there. He's not being closed down. That cross has got to be better.
Well, people that were driving into the box were coming behind the goalkeeper. He needed them at the front post. With 2.5 minutes remain here, and no time in the first half as Dan Ward looks to play it out to Mike Williamson, who pumps the ball forward. It's intercepted though by Curtis Round, who opens up down the left-hand side, played inside to Butterworth. Gateshead get possession now. Tackle. Can they get something here on the break as Campbell brings the ball forward? If he looks out to the right, he's got I think it's Tinkler across the ball in. Here we'll go towards Kedwin Scott, just way over his head, and out it goes for a throw in on this near side.
Brilliant tackling in midfield. I think was it Owen Bailey?
I think it was, yeah.
With that tackle, excellent tackle from him, and really the springboard for that attack. It's a poor ball in the end. We mentioned the mass delivery just there, but that's equally as poor from Tinkler. He's got time and he's got space to put a more effective ball in the box.
Oh, Charles Williams has put what's the score? It is 0-0 here in the 44th minute, and it's been tense, physical, and end to end as the ball's been nodded out by Ward for another throw into Marske as Connor Smith pumps up to Timon. Boys loses out an aerial battle there, but wins the throw in for his troubles. Well, pumped up. Dan Ward wins the header. Ollie has it now. Gives it to Owen Bailey. Campbell passes it back to Williamson. Can Gateshead build something here in the last minute of the game? As it's passed all the way back to Story. Story just taps it to Chapman. Campbell drops deep to pick up the ball. It's like he's sitting just in front of the back four there, the position where he picked up the ball as the ball's been pinged forward by Nicholson.
And that's why you can't go long.
Yeah.
Because it's all well and good people saying they need to get it forward quick and go forwards, but you can't at times because
you can't.
Marske defend, you can't go long because they're going to win the majority of headers.
Well,
you just got to keep possession, be patient.
Wheatley is going to eat them up all day. Well, Connor Smith showing how you beat a man, but he beat himself. And it went for a throw-in. And now Nicholson has the ball. If he looks up, he's got Dan Ward there, who he's just picked out. Now Dan Ward just looks to play the ball forward, but there wasn't anything on. Back to Story. Story can carry the ball forward himself now. Campbell drops deep to get it back to Story. Now goes through the middle as Langstaff lays it off there. Dan Ward driving forward. Can he get the ball past? He can. That's lovely stuff. Kedwin Scott has the ball in the box. Can he get a shot off? He can, but it's deflected out now back to Ward. Ward! Oh, off the line by Wheatley. And that you will not see better defending at any level.
That is absolutely outstanding from Adam Wheatley. Knows where the danger is. Knows where he's going to try and put it, Dan Ward. It's the only place he could have scored, by the way, is that inside that far post. Unbelievable from Wheatley, who has been, apart from that booking, has been outstanding first half.
Certainly has. Well, we've got 1 minute of added on time here, and Gateshead have a corner on the far side.
Short one's on.
Well, I think it's going to be pinged into the 6-yard area. It's went up there. It's been headed clear. Wheatley's going to be the man to nod it out. Falls to Mike Williamson. Tries to get it through. It's gone back, fall to a Gateshead player. Owen Bailey now needs to keep possession and keep the ball moving forward, but it goes back to Nicholson on the halfway line. Frustration in the stands as they want the ball forward themselves, as Nicholson now picks out Robbie Tinkler. Now can Robbie Tinkler put in one of his crosses? We know he can, as the ball comes in, deflects off, and it's a throw-in on the far side, and the referee's whistle goes for half-time. And Mark, I thought it was going to be end-to-end stuff like the first game, and it's lived up to that so far.
It has two sides that look threatening on the break and fairly solid in defence, you've got to say. It's very much cancelling each other out. Best chance of the game was just come there through Ward trying to kill one inside the far post. Marske have done well. They're frustrating Gateshead, and they're looking really threatening when they're going forwards. You know, Timon and Boys are looking very impressive up top. It's hard to call at the moment, it really is.
Well, let's see. You won't miss a kick in the second half. We're just going to turn the mics off so we can get a little bit of refreshment and take it in from the first half. We will be back just when the players come out for the second half. Please do join us. Please do share and interact with us here on the commentary. It is Gateshead 0, Marske 0 here in the FA Cup 4th round qualifying replay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are just waiting for the players to come out here for the second half. We've just been speaking to former, Northeast goal-scoring legend, former Gateshead player, former Dunstan player, and a few other teams in between. Steve Preen, he's enjoying this one, and he was a big admirer of Wheatley's clearance there, wasn't he, on that one, Mark, in the first half? What?
Sorry, I was busy reading scores from half time.
Yeah, no, that's my fault. Well, as I said before, I've got some spare headphones for Mark. As I said, we spoke to Steve Preen there before. He was a big admirer of Wheatley in the first half there, and his clearance. He did say he was one of the standout players for Marske in the first half.
Oh, questionably, but anyone that's seen Adam Wheatley play for a number of years won't be surprised by that. He's been one of the most consistent defenders that Northeast non-leagues had, and fantastic. I mean, not just the clearance off the line. Again, like I said before, the challenge on Langstaff wasn't pretty, but apart from that, he's looked absolutely fantastic. Yeah. And he's been one of a few standout players for Marske, to be fair. They've come here and done everything we thought they would do to Gateshead. They made it uncomfortable. They made it tough. They made it difficult to get through. And I know there's a few complaints about challenges, but I don't know. I haven't seen anything overly aggressive. I've just seen the sort of challenges you see every level of football, every game you see. So, look, this is a problem Gateshead have to solve. Marske have come here and frustrated them more than anything else. And now we're going to see just how good this Gateshead side is. I've had a lot of praise throughout this season. And it's now down to them to solve a problem that's been posed to them.
Yeah, they're going to have to dig deep. Say Marske have seen over the 90 minutes at their ground and 45 minutes here. They've proved a very strong competition for Gateshead, but do Gateshead have what it takes to unlock the Marske defence, or do Marske have a goal in them as well to try and get themselves into the first round proper as well? Massive thank you to everyone that is still sending messages. Thank you very much. Trevor Wilkinson's put, just nipped downstairs to the Barn Hotel in Axminster for a pint. Might have another to celebrate if Marske win. Fingers crossed. Come on, Seasiders. Well,
mine's a Jack Daniels and Coke.
Yeah, I think
other whiskies and bourbons are available.
They certainly are, but we're quite happy to be sponsored by any of them. If anyone would like to pay us, that would be nice. And we've got Basic Bits FC has put decent first half. Hoping Adam Boyce scores a hat-trick in the second half. Well, he's showed that he's quite dangerous and he's having about. We've got a close match there thus far from the Colin Holt band. Marske are the first team to come back out onto the pitch for the second half. We did have a tweet as well. This one's from Russ McDonald, tuned in from Texas. Your commentary is superb. Perfect compliment to Marske United Twitter feed. Cheers, fellas. Well, thank you very much. So,
wait, it's warmer where you are.
Yeah, it probably is a lot warmer there. And
I haven't said that.
Sorry,
I haven't said that. I've been colder here.
Yeah, I have been. Night. Yeah. It's I'm sure we will be colder here throughout the season. It's definitely on the cards, but we wait for Gateshead to come out for the second half. Marske will be shooting from right to left in their yellow shirts with white shorts, black socks, and of course we wait for Gateshead to come out in their checky black and white shirts, and we will be underway very, very soon. Well, just as I say that, out come Gateshead players. Owen Bailey, the first one to sprint onto the pitch. Well, the referee and his assistants are back out. The assistant's going to check the goals. It doesn't look like there's any changes for either side at the moment. Well, there's another balloon gone there, Mark. One less. Sense the home fans maybe just being a little bit nervous at the moment from what they've seen in the first half. It's quite quiet here in the Tyne and Wear stand.
I feel it in general. I think everyone's a little bit nervous. Not just Gateshead fans, but Marske as well. I mean, they're standing on the edge of history here, club history. They've never been in the first round, and they're potentially just 45 minutes away from having a National League club at their ground. From Gateshead's point of view, it's the expectancy, the pressure of being favourites and expected to win this game. So I think it is just added to the general nervousness that comes with every FA Cup game. So I think it is a very nervous and tense 45 minutes lying ahead of us.
I don't want to frighten you there, Mark, but I've just seen a balloon pop up next to us there.
I did see that.
Yeah. There it is, all right. And nearly straight in your coffee. But Gateshead have kicked off here and nodded on by Robbie Tinkler, and it's going to be seen out by O'Sullivan down here in front of us on the right-hand side. No changes to the lineup for either side. Will we see the game open up a little bit more here in the second half? And Ben Guys put them on the Tynesiders. Mark Fraser, come on, Gateshead. Keep their messages coming in. We'll read them out while we can if there's a break in play. But Kedwin Scott has the ball. He's under pressure. Dinks it out to Tinkler, but there was just too much on that. Cleared, and that'll go all the way through to Chapman. Gateshead go, who quickly rolls it out to Owen Bailey, who looks up, plays the ball over the top. Can Langstaff win the header? He's beaten in the air. Campbell brings it down to Ollie. Ollie just touches it to Williamson. Tinkler under pressure from Curtis Round. Has to play it all the way back to Chapman. We're seeing a lot of pressure from Marske as soon as Gateshead get on the ball. Marske. Apologies, everybody. Please don't.
Fines,
yeah, no, please don't grief us on social media. I get enough of that when I go home from the wife. So, ball over the top there. It's going to be cleared by Connor Smith, but out it goes for a throw in to Gateshead about 10 yards inside the Marske half on the far side. Well, Campbell receives the ball, plays the ball to. It was Kedwin Scott, Dan Ward. It's been flipped. Oh, nearly across your ball, intercepted there, but Gateshead have the loose ball. Now Ollie drives forward the floor. Can he open up a shot himself? He can. Oh, fantastic save from Catrick. It hasn't went out yet, and Gateshead going to try and get the ball into the box again here. Tinkler plays it along the dead ball line to Ollie. Ollie plays another. It's cleared off the line. It still hasn't been cleared yet by Marske, and now they're going to hook it clear. But that is two fantastic goal line clearances we've seen from Marske in this game.
Unbelievable clearance again.
But now Gateshead having to calmly play it back to Chapman there from Story, who was under pressure from Boys. But wow, what another fantastic opportunity. But also as well, what a fantastic clearance.
Oh, unbelievable clearance again. That instinctive defending of just dropping back on the line and knowing where the threat is, and Marske living on the edge a bit there.
Well, Gateshead trying to put the pressure on there as the ball's played forward. It's held up by Boys. Boys plays it out to on the far side. Connor Smith puts it in there and quickly grabbed by Chapman, and Gateshead tried to break now, but Ollie just slows the game down somewhat. Carries the ball forward himself, just gets to the halfway line. Now gets it out to Tinkler. Wasn't the greatest ball, but Tinkler managed to get it to Langstaff. Back to Tinkler. Inside to Ollie. Ollie's got space to play through the middle there to Kedwin Scott, who holds the ball up. Second shot into the hands of Eddie's knees there of Catrick. And this is better from Gateshead. They're probing and trying to get into the box and get shots away.
Just feels as if Gateshead have just upped the tempo a little bit going forwards, and Marske, they've actually opened up a little bit themselves, and so there's more space in behind, there's more space out wide, and I don't think Carl Jarrett will be overly happy about that.
No, well, the ball's been brought down by Timon, but managed to take it away from his feet to the Gateshead players as Tinkler just calmly rolls that back to Chapman. Mark Fraser asked, was that a goal? Don't worry, I'll let you know if it was. It was close though, but some fantastic defending from Marske again as the ball goes out there, and Kedwin Scott couldn't keep it in. And the ball pinged from what I call it. But we're getting opportunities. Got to make it count, but also got to stay very focused. We know that Marske can get the ball up the pitch pretty quick as well, because the ball is played over the top. Story manages to chest it down and puts it out to play halfway inside Gateshead's own half on the far side. And Dazza Football Stand has put Ryan Catrick is superb. Well, from what I've seen of him so far, he's certainly got some safe hands.
I think we know where this is going.
Yes, a long throw here from O'Sullivan. Well, this is going to be a long one here. He's drying it off here. We've seen what he can do with these long throws. O'Sullivan, every Gateshead player back in and around the area.
No,
but
we don't know where it's going.
Well, it didn't. It's passed it back to Connor Smith, who now pumps the ball up to the box and headed clear by Gateshead. Greg Ollie, can he bring the ball down and control it? Well, There's appeal in there. I think he slipped more than anything, but Hobson puts it across to Wheatley, who takes the ball down. He needs to pick out a yellow shirt. He does, in Curtis Round, who finds himself on the right-hand side of the pitch here at the moment. Danger not averted as the ball's being crossed over to Hobson, who's on the left-hand side. Lovely little flick. Nice recovery play by Campbell, but out it goes for a throw-in to Marske. Well, over comes O'Sullivan. Not in any hurry to get there. As now he has the ball. Now he's going to dry it to take up some time here as well, even though the ball's been dried by Hobson. And he's stealing a few yards here. Just went down the line. And, well, there's just too much space here from Gateshead, you fear. And they're waiting for this ball to come in. They know it's going to come long. It goes towards the penalty spot. Hasn't been cleared by Gateshead. It's going to find its way back to O'Sullivan, who takes a touch, crosses it in, and it's a dangerous one. Had to be headed clear by Lewis Story or Mike Williamson, there. And it hasn't been cleared yet by Gateshead. Now it's been pumped up. And now Macaulay Langstaff in a foot race. Can he get past Curtis Round? Connor Smith's there to help mop up. And now can Gateshead break? As the ball's pumped across there to Dan Ward, just too much on it, and spins over to, I think it's May on the far side. Well, Gateshead just lost a little bit of composure here and allowing Marske to get the ball higher up the pitch here as O'Sullivan has the ball. Pumps it forward for Boys, but cleared by Williamson back to O'Sullivan. And now Marske build from the back as Gott looks to play it out to the right wing, plays it to May, who carries the ball forward. Now try to play it inside. Lovely interception by Ward, who's been everywhere in midfield so far. Wins a throw in for his troubles.
I think Ward and Bailey have been excellent tonight, by the way. They haven't really done, apart from a chance Dan Moore had, they haven't done anything fancy. They've just been solid.
Ball played for Langstaff to chase onto. He's going to foot race with Wheatley. Wheatley slips. Now Macaulay Langstaff drives into the box. Can he get a shot away? He can. Hits the crossbar. Nutted in by Campbell. It's 1-0 to Gateshead. The crucial break. And Gateshead have found the opening they wanted. But Mark, there's a lot of football to be played here still.
Oh, we can't read anything and just assume that Gateshead are going to win this game now. It's a very good break. It's a wonderful pass, by the way, to release Langstaff. Yes, we should say there's a lot of fortune in Wheatley's slip. Langstaff will feel he should have scored. Great reaction from Campbell. Great reaction.
Well, I'd say that was a quick break there, and Gateshead have took the lead on 52 minutes or 53 minutes. I think it'll probably go down as. But that's the break Gateshead needed. And, well, we've got to give Marske respect because we know they're very dangerous. And now they're going to have to push to come forward.
Look at Marske on out of this, not by a long shot. Don't count Marske out of this. It's only one goal. They've got more than enough firepower in this side to get back into this. So, like, so your Boys and Tymans and Rounds and players like that got a goal in them. So, they're not out of this by a long stretch.
Well,
you are right. It does bring them out.
It certainly does. Well, now the crossfield ball here for Curtis Round to chase onto. Was the right idea, and they'll be wanting to get Curtis Round into this match more because he has been probably one of the most quiet players for Marske during this game so far.
It's a very dangerous thing to say.
It is. Well, Chapman has the ball here. Gateshead going to play it short. It's Chapman. Gateshead changing their mind on what they were going to do there.
Referees now decide to hurry people up.
Yeah. Well, as Chapman slips when he kicks it, out it goes there, but nodded on by Gateshead. Can the ball fall to a black white shirt? Campbell nods it on to Langstaff. Langstaff gets past his man, gets it on the break again here. Langstaff, can he get a shot off? He can! Great save by Catrick. Great save.
That is.
Down to his right. Well, I thought that was a save. It looked like a fantastic save. Keeper saves goal kick. But that was, to me, I thought that was a save. Ian Watson thinks so as well. Thinks it was a corner.
I mean, that's an unbelievable save, by the way, because if he doesn't get that touch, that's going in the bottom corner.
Wow. Langstaff starting to find a bit of space and enjoy himself out there at the moment. But Marske pumped the ball up for Boys to chase onto. Chapman just sees that back and picks it up inside his own 6-yard box. Rolls it out quickly to Story. Back to Chapman. Games come to life as Campbell brings it down the centre circle, puts it out to the left-hand side to Kedwin, who now can Ward finish it? Great save on Catrick with his feet there, and he's been called into action repeatedly in the last few minutes as Catrick and Gateshead enjoying themselves. Is that a foul to Gateshead? It is. He was blocked. And Gateshead have an opportunity to put the ball in the box from the left wing, probably about 45 yards out, right on the touchline over there. Well, we see two Gateshead substitutes warming up, and Paul Blackett, who was lightning pace, and a defensive midfielder in Jack Hunter. As the ball goes through, oh, can he get the ball down to the dead ball line? He can't. Lovely tackle. Lovely tackle. And it's been cleared up the pitch for Marske to chase onto, but Story's there, and out it goes for a throw-in on the far side. Maybe should have done better with that, but it broke up the play, but they now have a throw-in on the far side. Well, Gateshead just finding the rub of the green here at the moment now as Ollie brings the ball forward. He needs a bit more support. A lot of green, the yellow shirts in front of him, but he picks out Kedwin Scott on the left-hand side, who just slows it down, hoping to bring more Gateshead players into players. Langstaff chases down with Wheatley, who plays it back to his goalkeeper, who clears it in turn. And Gateshead pump the ball forward through Nicholson, and it's going to fall to Kedwin Scott. Can he cross the ball into the box? He tried to pull it back to Langstaff, cleared out for a throw-in on the far side. And Gateshead with a good sustained bit of pressure here. Well, into the 57th minute, and the second half has really come to life.
It has. I think that, as I say, that early goal has brought Marske out a bit, and it'll open up spaces for the likes of Campbell and Langstaff and Scott to expose.
Well, now we wait for the throw-in on the far side. Pass into Campbell. Nicholson gets it back. Now Campbell has the ball. Gives it to Bailey. Bailey plays it across the defence to Williamson, who carries the ball forward. Tinkler's in here because of space. But Mike Williamson drives forward himself, dinks the ball over to Kedwin Scott. Falls to Campbell. Campbell tried to thread it through, but it falls back to Greg Ollie. Gator just finding a bit of luck at the moment, picking up the second ball. Campbell plays it inside to Langstaff, who gets past his man, goes for the shot, and the keeper always had that one. Yeah, Langstaff's just on fire, and you just get the feeling that Whitley's struggling a little bit to contain him at the moment. Well, Timmins with the foul there. That's the actions of a frustrated forward who hasn't seen much of the ball today.
I've got to say, we haven't mentioned him too much, which is a surprise given that he scored, but I think Adam Campbell's had a great game today. I really do. He's buzzing around in behind Langstaff.
Oh, well, this is lovely passing football from Gateshead as the right back gets it out. Oh, nearly got it to Kedwin Scott. And Gateshead just enjoying themselves with the ball. It's went out on the far side for a throw into Gateshead. Be interesting to see how Marske, if they can compose themselves again, because Gateshead finding a lot of gaps at the moment.
It does feel like it's starting to really open up for Gateshead. Look at that.
There we go.
That space first half.
Kedwin Scott on the edge. It wasn't Kedwin. It was Dan Ward. Tried to fall through, intercepted and cleared, and Dan Ward's chasing down to block Gott, and Gateshead nearly come away with the ball there. Ball deflected off Ollie's feet to a yellow shirt. Nodded on. Boys tries to hold the ball up. Nicely threaded through to Gott. Now played forward. Can Boys chase onto this on the far side? He has to hold it up. Back to Gott. Gateshead have got back in numbers. They don't want to sit too deep. They don't want to invite it on. There's now O'Sullivan drives forward with the ball. He's got space to thread this one through. He's still going down to the dead ball line. Can he cross the ball in? He can. But it's off Tinkler. And, Sullivan just had too much space to run into there.
Oh, it's just a little bit too easy, wasn't it? Really a bit too easy there.
Well, let's say we've got a one from Dazza's Football Stand. If we lose this game, it won't be without a fight. That's certainly the case. Marske, it's not over yet by any stretch of the imagination. But in comes a corner here. Crossed in, it's a deep one. Headed clear by, I think it was Williamson that got the touch. Hasn't been fully cleared yet. As now, lovely touch there from, I think it was Owen Bailey, and Owen Bailey's driving forward. It's 2-on-1 at the minute. Can Bailey pick out a man on the far side? It was lovely bit of defending by Connor Smith. just blocked the pass. But you weren't expecting to find Owen Bailey being the man chasing down the defence.
I think you've got to give credit to the defender there.
Yeah.
That was absolutely outstanding. He's just got himself in between the man and the ball.
Nice pass there to find Langstaff down here on the right-hand side, but he needs some support. Gateshead not getting forward in numbers. They're just happy to build with the ball at the feet. Ollie now drives forward with the ball. Appeals, fans shouting for him to shoot, and Ward just puts it over the crossbar there. He had a bit more time than he thought, and well, that's a goal kick to Marske. But yeah, it's still end-to-end though, isn't it?
It is. I think Marske have just got to weather this next sort of 5-10 minutes and get themselves, just make sure they're still in the game when we get to the last 20. Because at the minute, Gateshead are looking as if they're going to run away with this if they get a second one.
Well, Boys brings it down. He's surrounded by shirts. Managed to pick out Curtis Round. He's got the left-hand side running, but he dinks it into the middle. Headed clear by Gateshead. Boys is being industrious at the moment. He's trying to get that ball moving. And now it's with Smith on the right-hand side, and it goes down, and Storm's referee doesn't. There was appeals there. He didn't. Well, he's waved it away. But it's a throw into Marske on the far side. Tough to see from here if there was any connection.
Story is going berserk with someone at the back there. He's gone nuts.
But Connor Smith did get past with ease there.
See, this is very, very dangerous. Again, it's going to be one of those balls coming in. Gateshead have dealt with it pretty well so far, but the more we get towards full time, the more pressure comes on.
Yeah, you don't want them to have too much practice with this throw-in. As O'Sullivan launches it in towards the 6-yard area, nodded clear by Mike Williamson. The ball bounces, and it's Curtis Round lays it back to Connor Smith, who pumps it straight back up towards Chapman, who just grabs that and waits for his teammates to get a bit higher up the pitch. Well, he's managed to pick out Nicholson on the far side. I thought Ollie was the ball. I think, were you looking at that one as well?
I was looking at Tinkler. Just because he's close.
Yeah, well, there we go. Tinkler's in space if Ollie can pick him out, but Ollie goes inside, plays it through the middle, and Kedwin Scott was chasing it down, and now Macaulay Langstaff, can he shoot? He scores! No, he doesn't! Great bit of defending. Oh, my word. Well, you just have to tip your hat and respect the fight and the resilience of this Marske defence. It has pulled off some magnificent clearances.
That's now, I would say, 4 top saves we've seen Ryan Catrick make.
Yeah.
That one is that's nestled in the bottom corner. Langstaff's done everything right. If anything, possibly put it a little bit too close to him, but it's still a great save. He's got to get his hand up and get it away. It's fantastic again.
Well, Ollie going to put this one up. Gateshead was still 4 men back. They're not committing 2 men forward, but then again, Marske have 3 men forward as well, so it's not like they're outnumbered too much in the box. Well, Langstaff tried to put it back across the face of goal there, and out it goes for a goal kick. Do we see Marske making a change soon?
Yeah, I think we'll be looking at maybe Tachico or Blackford coming on, two forward players. But at the minute, they've just got to go with what we've got and, as I say, stay in the game.
Well, Langstaff, yeah, you could see he was offside by a mile when he started running there. Gateshead crowd aren't too happy with that. They think he was fouled by Wheatley, but he was offside. What's the crowd numbers? Any ideas? I would hope it's near 1,000. It's absolutely loads in here. Fantastic atmosphere. And, well, Gott plays it back to Wheatley. Well, now it's with O'Sullivan, who has space to drive the ball forward. Now it's with Curtis Round on left-hand side. Crosses a dangerous one in there. There was Lewis Story just to put it behind for a corner. Well, now they start to commit men forward here, Marske, and this could be dangerous. Nearly everyone forward, bar the goalkeeper, and I think it is Connor Smith. They're going in search of getting an equaliser as Chapman fists it clear. Gateshead do well in Kedwin Scott and clears it out for a throw-in on the far side. But we know what they can do with a throw-in, so it's going to be a tense finish here at Gateshead International Stadium. We've got about 25 minutes remaining of normal time. It's Gateshead 1 through an Adam Campbell header into an empty net. Marske 0. As Here comes the long ball as they aim for their forwards. As Tinkler finds
Shots
that, and it's
here.
going to fall to Campbell, and Gateshead turn defence into attack. As he's got Tinkler on the right-hand side here. If he wants to use him, plays it on the inside. Dan Ward, ball's just behind him there. Gets it back to Campbell. Campbell's got, lovely movement by Ward. Gets it, can he cross it, pull it back? Keeper was always going to pluck that out the air. But that's lovely movement by Dan Ward.
It is, but there's a chance for a break here. It's gone end to end very quickly, hasn't it?
It certainly has. And
what a
crossfield ball there, looking for Curtis Round, and
Couldn't get away from him.
just bounced away. That would have been beautiful if it had came off.
It's just a lovely idea, isn't it? To even see that pass.
Curtis Round applauds the effort. Fellow Magpies for the ball boys here today. Although one of the Master subs had to run and chase that one. Campbell gives it back to Tinkler, back to Campbell. Campbell. Oh, lovely little move there. Back to Tinkler. Ball pumped over the top for Langstaff, but Wheatley's there. And that's going to fall to a Gated shirt as Dan Ward couldn't control his header that well there. Now Gott gives it to Butterworth. Butterworth pumps it over the top. There was Story to win it, and lovely stuff from Ollie. Control, and he's got Nicholson for support if he wants to use him, which he does. Still inside the gated half. Now crosses in there, and Campbell drives into the centre of the pitch, gives it to Dan Ward. If he looks up, he gets it to Kedwin Scott. Can he finish it? He can! 2-0! And that was a nice way to open up the defence. It seemed too easy for Gates. Marske guilty of maybe switching off a little bit, but credit where credit's due. Gates kept plugging away, finding the gaps, and Kedwin Scott makes it 2.
It's just the composure he's shown to cut inside and then roll it with his left foot past the keeper. You know, he could have just blasted that, but he's took his time. He's put the defender down. Lovely calm finish. Long way back for Marske, but again, I will state, there is still 25 minutes left. There is still every chance they could get back in this game. Gateshead have got to stay professional now. They've got to look to see this out. They've worked hard for this, and they've got to keep going. By
no means are they out of it. Some people are saying they're away. It's not over yet. Please do stay with us. We appreciate everyone that's tuned in tonight as Tinkler brings the ball down there, and seems a little bit more urgency in the pressing from Marske at the moment as Ollie brings the ball down, lays it off to Langstaff. Back to Tinkler. Campbell. Tinkler. Back to Owen Bailey. Bailey to Chapman. Chapman just pings the ball out to Story there, who can bring the ball forward. And, I hope that isn't a bit of trouble in the away end there. You see some stewards going over, but the ball now, chasing down is Kedwin Scott. Ball being cleared. It's going to be kept in. Nicholson tried to keep it in, dispossessed. Now Marske can try and build, and ball's going to come out here to Curtis Round, but the ball wasn't the greatest delivery. Tinkler was just there. Oh no, Mike Williamson's been dispossessed. Timmins, he scored! It's 2-1! And Gates had switched off at the back there, and they're right back into it as the Marske bench tried to goad the home crowd, which is quite interesting to see. But it's 2-1 here at Gateshead International Stadium.
We did say it. It's not over. This never is with this Marske side. Mike Williamson there with the error, but it's a good finish. It's game on.
It certainly is. Well, here we go. Gateshead were looking comfortable not 30 seconds ago. Now it's a little bit more tense. Gateshead 1, Marske 2. Gateshead 2, Marske 1. Well, now Owen Bailey gives it to Mike Williamson. They have a bit of renewed vigour. Marske there. There's a foul on Ollie. There's a late one from Timon, the goal scorer. Now he's been warned a couple of times in this game. It seems after the ball was played. Well, nope. Well, we wait for this free kick to be taken. Timon isn't 10 yards back. Gives it to Tinkler. Tinkler plays it down the line there for Macaulay Langstaff, who is wrestling with Wheatley to throw into Gateshead. Well, we've got a tense finish here, 20 minutes remaining. As Tinkler wants movement, he wants to be able to pick out a black and white shirt. Wasn't the greatest one. Wheatley was able to clear that. Boys wins the header. Only as far as Lewis Story, who will see this all the way back to Chapman. Chapman plays it to Mike Williamson, who carries the ball forward himself on the right-hand side, cuts it inside there to Campbell. Campbell plays it through the wing. That's a lovely ball to Tinkler, who's nice bit of footwork to hold the ball up. Gets it to Kedwin Scott, who puts it across goal. There wasn't anyone challenging, and out that goes for a goal kick.
Sorry for the delayed announcement. The score of the goal for Marske United, Timon.
I've been pronouncing it Timon. Timon. Apologies to the Timon family. Well, Timon chests the ball down there. He's appealing for a free kick. As now Gateshead can try and bring this ball forward through Campbell on the right-hand side. Still inside his own half. He wants some movement. Plays it back down the line to Tinkler, who in turn passes it back to... and Gateshead are really guilty of... Well, calamity at the back from Gateshead there as Chapman's clearance was intercepted by a yellow shirt. The resultant shot, he was able to scramble across and receive. And, well, Gateshead inviting Marske into this game because, to be honest, we handed them the goal and we nearly give them another opportunity there, Mark.
Gateshead their own worst enemy at the minute.
And now they come down the right-hand side, Marske. Going to put it inside to Gott, possibly, is he? No, Butterworth, no, it's passed back. And they pass it all the way back, and I think it's going to go back to their keeper, Catrick. Catrick plays the ball out to O'Sullivan. Did he keep the ball in? He didn't. It is a throw into Gateshead.
Took his time given that, didn't he? Given the fact that he was virtually on the...
well, we're going to see a double substitution here. It looks like Diccio is going to come on. Diccio. And number 14, Bradford? Yep. So who will we see come off here? The goal scorer, Timon, is coming off. And Hobson is coming off as well. So they're looking, I think, to bring on a little bit more pace up front here. Oh, 73 minutes gone. Gateshead 2, Marske 1. Williamson turns the ball forward. And, Gateshead nearly managed to create something at the edge of the box. Nice play from Kedwin Scott. But Marske manages to clear the ball away. Butterworth puts it across the pitch here. And this is a dangerous attack for Marske now. They come down the right-hand side, play it through the middle. Lewis Story was there just to clear the ball away. It's more up in the air than anything. Now a shot from distance from Curtis Round. Wasn't really troubling Chapman, but that'll give Marske more confidence.
It certainly will. You know, the tails are up now, aren't they? And they're looking dangerous going forwards. We mentioned Round. He hasn't had much of an impact on the game, but he will do.
He seems to have went more central now since the substitutions have been made. Well, gets to carry the ball forward through Story. Plays it out to Nicholson on the left-hand side. Back to Story. Story plays inside to Campbell. Back to Nicholson. Gets it forward to Ollie. Ollie's driving with the ball. Dispossessed. Wheatley has to play it back to his keeper. The ball's pumped up towards Adam Boyes. Nods the ball on, but it's going to go all the way through to Chapman. Chapman in no rush to pick the ball up.
A little bit of a change of formation here from Marske. I think they've gone with, obviously, Boyes is going to lead the line, but then you've got the two wingers who've just come on and will play out wide and try and support them.
I think they're going to be there to try and pick up some of the headed balls on when they go along, as Kedwin Scott passes inside to Greg Ollie, drives down the right-hand side of the box, passes it back to Kedwin, sorry. Inside to Bailey. Bailey's going to pass it back to Robbie Tinkler. Inside to Campbell. to Bailey. Gator just slowing it down somewhat as Bailey drives forward with the ball now. Plays it outside to, on the far side there to Ward. Back to...
It's a rare moment of silence from the crowd.
It certainly is. And Gator pass the ball back to Chapman. Chapman takes a touch. Plays it forward to Campbell. Campbell passes it back to Story. Oh, nicely brought down there by Macaulay Langstaff. Sorry, it was Kedwin Scott. As the ball goes forward there for
offside.
Campbell to keep it on. Yeah, offside.
Right, double substitution for Marske United. That was Dukic and Blackford coming on for Timon and Hobson.
Well, 15 minutes remain here, normal time against International Stadium. 2-1 to the Tynesiders. And Nicholson's header there just skimmed off the top of his head and went for a throw on the far side. And we know who's coming over to take this throw. O'Sullivan. Well, we said don't count Marske out. And they've got themselves back into the game. Ball's definitely silent here in Gateshead Stadium.
You've got to leave someone up.
Well, they're not going to give themselves many options. They're going to invite it back on if they can clear the ball. As now it's crossed into the box. Is it headed clear? Oh, it bounced through, evaded everyone, and Boys was...
That's an unbelievable ball in, by the way.
Yeah. I think if Boys had have gambled a bit more on that, he would have been offside. But nonetheless, that was a fantastic ball across the box. Well, ball played down the line there. Nice turn. And can Gator get the ball forward? Plays it through the middle for Campbell. He's onside. Can he get past the keeper? The keeper comes out, read it very well. Ryan Catrick was straight out. And that's all the way back up with Chapman.
You hear a lot of talk about starting positions from goalkeepers, and that was outstanding from Catrick there.
Timed it just right. As the ball comes up towards Tinkler, who chests the ball down. Lovely. Still has the ball. Gets it to Ollie. Finds its way through to Campbell. Campbell gets it to Ollie. Ollie plays it down the line for Tinkler to run onto. Good play from Gateshead. Not committing too many men forward, though, at the moment. He's waiting for support. Gets it from Ollie. Ollie's touch wasn't the greatest. And Tinkler, fantastic play. Lovely play. Got himself in front of the man. It was a strong battle. And Tinkler got in front of him as Kedwin Scott. He's tussling with the defenders. But it's going to fall to Ward. Ward calmly plays it all the way back to Chapman. Gateshead slowing the tempo of the game down. Nicholson nods the ball back up towards the halfway line. Back down, brought down by Marske, and Curtis Round beaten in the air, but Butterworth picks up the ball, puts it out for the wing, looking for the run of Boys. Has to take it down to the corner flag, twisting and turning, under pressure from Story. And it's a throw-in to Marske on the far side, and this is just as good as a corner, this. We know who's coming over to take it. Well, the ball went out just next to the corner flag. Linesman's telling them. Well, taken short this time. Sullivan chasing down. Was he dispossessed? He was. Now it's been cleared for Campbell. It's going to bounce to him. Gott is there to intercept. And now Marske have another opportunity to get the ball in the box, which they do. Headed clear, though, by Gateshead. Only as far as one of the substitutes who manages to pick out another yellow shirt. And, well, lovely cover and play by Kedwin Scott, who's back there doing his defensive duties because Blackford was causing trouble. Well, we await this long throw.
It's a very crowded 6-yard box.
It certainly is, and Gateshead do not have any outlets either if they do manage to clear the ball. Sullivan launched it towards the edge of the 6-yard box, and Wheatley won the header and just crept over the bar, not troubling anybody. And that is a goal kick to Gateshead. If you're just joining us, 80 minutes gone here at Gateshead International Stadium. in this FA Cup replay. It's Gateshead 2, Marske 1. And it looks Matty Jake has been warming up, the left back. It's now Williamson lays it off to Ollie. Ollie plays it forward to Macaulay Langstaff, who's under pressure. Sullivan picks up the ball. Gateshead managed to get it through the centre. Now plays it through to Kedwin Scott. He's got two players around him. What can he do here? Goes for the shot himself. It just ricochets and cleared. But Owen Bailey nods the ball out on the far side there. He didn't have many options on Kedwin Scott.
Didn't have any. He's been closed down, to be fair. Marske have done really well, the two defenders, just to block them out and crowd them out.
Well, and that's going to be a free kick there. There was a shirt pull from Owen Bailey. And this, well, it's hard to tell with this referee.
He's not had the greatest night, has he?
Well, this is another dangerous opportunity for them to get some big men in the box. And, well, O'Sullivan is unmarked here at the back. As this ball comes in, Chapman's there just to pluck that out the air. It wasn't the greatest delivery. But now he quickly clears it here for the run of Adam Campbell. He keeps the ball in. He hasn't got much support in front of him, but he's got room and space to wander with the ball. Puts it across there. Towards Langstaff. That was a beautiful ball. Well read by the defender. Shot from Dan Ward, and out it goes for a throw-in on the far side to Gateshead.
That was travelling, wasn't it?
Oh,
that was travelling. I mentioned it earlier, Chapman's distribution has been absolutely top-notch tonight. That's an unbelievable pass.
Wow. Gateshead with the throw-in on the far side. Nicholson has the ball in his hands. Now the ball's passed down there and it's been cleared by and out for another throw in, this time near the corner flag. To Gateshead, down on the left-hand side, far side of the pitch from where we are. Well, Gateshead in no hurry at the moment. Take this one. A lot of movement around there. It's been cleared by Marske. Oh, and Bailey was caught late there. And this is a free kick to Gateshead, and the referee's going straight over to talk to the Marske player. I think it was one of the substitutes that came on. I think it might be Mackenzie Diccio. Well, the yellow card is coming out here.
Can't really be surprised with that one, can you? It's not a great challenge.
I don't like to have a go at referees, especially because it sounds like you're being biased, but he hasn't been consistent enough in some of his decisions. But yellow card there. And gets a free kick. They're not going to commit too many men forward here for this. Well, as the fireworks go off towards the Felling end of the ground. I don't think that's an organised display from Gateshead Football Club. I think it's just some ruffians in a car park, but I'm sure they'll have them down at Marske as well. There's always some idiot that lets the fireworks off too early. We've had fireworks here so far. Will we see some more as
Gateshead literally committing no one.
Nobody forward as the ball comes in, and Mike Williamson was chasing that one down. And, well, it's a goal kick now. Well, Ryan Catterick, who's certainly kept him side in this game, is going to take his goal kick now. Up towards O'Sullivan. Robbie Tinkler wins a powerful header, and now it's a foot race between Wheatley and Langstaff again. And his ball wasn't the greatest. I thought he would have left that in, Langstaff, but he's kept it in at the corner flag. Now, Ollie, can he drive into the box? He has. Tries to beat his man, takes a dead ball in. Can he cross it across? Keep over, great save. Then it goes! There you go! Dan Ward just pops up in between a tight space and slots it into the back of the net. And Gateshead, they've ridden a little bit of a storm since conceding that goal before. And they've got themselves, you'd think, with a little bit of breathing room now.
Do you know, that goal, it'll go down as Dan Ward's goal.
Yeah.
But that's all about Macaulay. Absolutely brilliant in this bottom corner here, just in front of us, to close down his man, to close down Willie, to win possession, and to bring someone else in and keep his composure. it's just outstanding forward play, and it's what we've seen from Langstaff throughout the season, isn't it?
And it certainly has. And I mentioned earlier on that Ward has been everywhere in midfield.
I think he might come off now as well.
Yeah,
actually.
I think he will.
Paul Blackett coming on.
They'll say we've got substitutions being made. And I hope Marske fans, you've enjoyed this. You've been very... Marske. Apologies. Yeah, I mean, it's not over yet. I'm not going to say that, but what a display the team's put in so far.
Oh, unquestionably, yeah. I mean, again, I'll say it as I said earlier, they're not out of it.
Not at all. As the ball's pumped forward for Corley Langstaff, who's under pressure. And lovely stuff. Now it's Greg Ollie who's fouled there, and that is going to be a free kick in another dangerous position. It's Butterworth this time who's going to get a yellow card. And you just feel for players now getting yellow cards at this stage of the game.
Just having a look at who's coming off. It might be Campbell, actually.
Yeah, I think Paul Blackett is going to come on here. And Jack Hunter. Great to see him make a return after an beleaguered injured start of the season, but he's going to be coming on here.
Kedwin
Scott coming off as well, who's put a shift in today, took his goal really well, and well, he gets a warm round of applause from the Tyne Weir stand here as he makes his way over towards Paul Blackett. Applauds the stand. There we go. Paul Blackett comes on. Well, I think the Marske bench have been on Kedwin Scott's back tonight. He gave them a little bit of a thumbs up as he went to the bench. Well, and there we go. Dan Ward, who has been absolutely industrious in midfield today. It's been a battle out there. He will know he's been involved in a match today because the likes of Guts, Butterworth, and the other players that have got involved in that central midfield area have made Dan Ward work hard, but he's come away from the game with a goal. Well, double substitution there. You would imagine we'll have 2 minutes at least of added on time so far. So
it's nice to see some action on the sidelines, isn't it?
It is. Well, it looks like Ian Watson and the coaches of Marske are having a bit of a discussion. Well, now Lewis Story has the ball pumped over the top here, looking for the run of Langstaff. Blackett trying to hold off the defender and just cleared forward. A little slip in gated midfield there. Ball's pumped over the top, but there's Robbie Tinkler, who's had an outstanding game as well so far. Nice passing from Gateshead. I think there's some tired legs there in the Marske side at the moment. But they can hold their heads up very high for the way they've played over the course of the two games. Williamson gets it out to Tinkler. Back to Williamson. Lays it back to Chapman. Chapman to... What do you call it? We've got a helicopter just above us. Don't know if the police are watching the game from up above. But... Campbell is going to look for the run of Tinkler. Oh, he didn't see it a little bit too late. 1,155. Fantastic attendance here today. And a massive thank you to the travelling contingent from Marske as well. They've played their part here today. It's been a fantastic atmosphere here in this FA Cup game. And as we enter the 89th minute, Mark, it's been very tense, but an enjoyable one. I think for everyone here, everyone's been involved in this. Marske have been in this game right the way throughout.
As a neutral, I think it's been a hell of a cup tie, to be honest.
Well, still not over yet now as Dicio has the ball at his feet. He's got Tinkler in front of him. He's trying to beat him, cuts inside, but runs into a wall of gated shirts. And now the ball's pumped over the top for Blackett. Blackett is going to make Wheatley work here if he can get past him. And ball goes out for a gated. Well, doesn't it come off Blackett? And it's been quickly taken by Wheatley back to his goalkeeper. The score is 3-1 to Gateshead. So thank you for joining us and all the comments that are coming in. Well, O'Sullivan under pressure from Campbell. Pumps the ball forward. Owen Bailey's there just to intercept. Nice passing play from Gateshead as Jack Hunter. Was he fouled there? Referee says no. No, Owen Bailey. Just giving him a midfield masterclass there this evening. Much like Ward, he's been involved in nearly everything. And now the ball comes forward for Blackett. Wheatley does well. Blackett's making life hard for Wheatley. And, well, they're at the corner flag. It's been cleared as far as Gott. Wheatley has to chase back to get that one. He didn't want it back. Carrick clears the ball. Dichio brings it down. Gott picks up the ball in the centre of the park. He's going to play it across to the right-hand side. And that's a good ball there. If he can get onto it as Blackworth. I think it's Blackworth. Yeah, Blackford, sorry. He's just turned. Couldn't get past Nicholson, but it falls to Connor Smith, who cuts inside with the ball, driving towards the edge of the box. His ball was just intercepted. And now Gateshead tried to ping it out to Macaulay Langstaff. 3 minutes there. I just missed the board. I'm glad the announcer seen it as soon as he's watching the play at the moment. But Marske, they're still going for it. They're still trying to get something out of this game. There's a shot from distance. That's more out of frustration, and over it goes. And that's us 90 minutes complete here. 3 minutes of added on time. And I just want to say a massive thank you to the Marske fans that have tuned in here today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're proud of your team. They have done absolutely wonders in the FA Cup this year. I would hazard a guess that Adam Boyes will be the top goal scorer in the competition. I can't see any of the big boys scoring 10 goals in the later stages. But it's just been, it's been a fantastic battle over two games.
Marske have done themselves wonderfully proud here. The supporters have, as a club, they have during this FA Cup run. We shouldn't forget, they eased their way past South Shields, beat them 3-0. They've taken Gateshead all the way.
Well, hang on, there was still on the attack here as Dichio was fouled, and this is an opportunity for Gateshead, for Marske to get the ball into the box.
This would set a few nerves going.
Oh, it certainly would. Well, it's a dangerous place to have a free kick at this stage in the game, and one goal can breed confidence to get another. We've seen what they did after their first goal. It bred life into them, but we kind of have more than a minute left, I would imagine, here. But it only takes a second to score a goal. As Butterworth stands over it. I think there's going to be a tap down the wing here to... No, it goes in towards the far side, and it's in the back of the net. We said we had to respect Marske, and now they chase the ball down, and it's 3-2. I didn't see who got the touch. I think it might have been Boyes. I might be wrong. Yep, I think
genuinely couldn't tell you. That was a very, very crowded area. But as I say, the game's not over yet. It's game on now.
The way Boyes grabbed the ball and brought it back up, I think it might have been Adam Boyes that got that goal there. And what a tense finish. We said we can't switch off. And Gateshead have been guilty of that a little bit in this game. Well, Gateshead pass it back to Chapman. Chapman pumps the ball over the top. How long does the referee have left on his whistle here? But lovely touch from Tinkler to send Ollie away. Ollie passes it out to Blackett. Blackett's just going to take this down to the corner flag if he can keep it in. If he had any sense, he will. Now he plays it back to Campbell. Campbell plays inside to Ollie. Ollie manages to... Well, I thought he was going to thread it through to Campbell there. And we don't want to give Marske the opportunity to pump the ball up the pitch. Referee looks at his watch. Marske try and drive the ball forward through Connor Smith on the far side. Pumps the ball forward, looking for Boyes. Didn't get there. And Tinkler needs to be aware there's a man behind him. Lays it off to Chapman, who clears the ball all the way up towards Blackett. Headed down. Can get to pick this up in midfield. They can. It's been pumped forward up towards the corner flag here. The referee looked at his watch there. They want the ball pumped as high up the pitch as quickly as possible. Here, and he's still looking at his watch. The referee is still added on time here. Now he puts the whistle to his lips, and Gateshead have made it through to the first round proper of the FA Cup, and they will face Altrincham. But the Marske players have done themselves very proud. A lot of them are bent over trying to take in some air and just see how they're doing after it. And so we're getting the substitutes or shaking hands with each bench. It's been a fantastic advertisement for North East non-league football in the FA Cup here. And Gateshead have come out on top, but you've got to say Mike Williamson will probably be unhappy that his team switched off twice there.
It's been everything that is great about North East non-league football here tonight. Two teams really went out. You know, it was spiky at times. There was good football played. There was plenty of passion. It was just a proper game of football, a great game.
Yeah, well, as I say, it's been absolutely fantastic. And we just want to say another thank you to all of the fans that have listened in. Big thank you to Marske United for retweeting the commentary. Also, Altrincham as well. We'll see you here at Gateshead International Stadium in the first round proper. And hopefully we'll have another entertaining game of football. thank you to everyone that's messaged in. It really means a lot. We hope that you've enjoyed it. We hats off to Marske. We'll be looking out for your fixtures throughout the season. I'm sure you'll be there or thereabouts at the end of the season for promotion. And hold your heads up high. The Marske players are about to go over to the away support, who have been absolutely fantastic here today. But the Gateshead players come off to a round of applause from the Tyne Weir stand. It's been absolutely fantastic to get through to the first round. It is the FA Cup. This is what it means. You can hear the fans and players all celebrating together. Hard fought affair, but a big thank you to everyone that has listened in. Thank you to all the messages you sent in. Please join us on Thursday night for the Heed Army podcast, where we will be talking about this game and previewing the game against Brackley on Saturday. We won't be bringing you coverage. I do believe that the BBC from down Brackley will be bringing you full match commentary in that game. So there will be commentary. So please do tune into them and support the non-league game and people that are covering it, because that is what is most important here. Well, we're going to leave it there. I'm going to say a big thank you to everybody, and we'll see you next time, 9 o'clock on the Heed Army podcast. And I say it's been fantastic. As the Marske players go over there now, they're getting a good reception from the fans, and they deserve every bit of adulation. We'll see. A big thank you as well to Mark Carruthers for joining me tonight. I say 3-2, Gateshead into the first round of the FA Cup, and we'll see you next time.